Hello, welcome to the first episode of the Lazy Livestream Kinda podcast. Because that's really what this is. It's just me hanging out on live stream. It's not really going to be something I put in tons of effort to, but I'll just kind of rant and ramble and whatever comes to mind. Hopefully my viewers here, and I'm streaming this live from you now, they can help me as I get into topics. They can help me come up with new stuff to talk about. They can add to what I'm currently talking about. So I'm going to get into a bit of my YouTube history. So I had my first YouTube channel in 2009. I was very young at that point. I talked about wrestling. That's what I was into. And that lasted a few years. At the same time, I also had like a comedy channel with my friend. We had like a shared channel. Some of the shittiest videos, we were completely lazy with what we did. Ironically, I'm still lazy, I guess, because that's in the name of this podcast. Oh, thanks. Someone invited 189 fans. Jeez. That should help. And eventually, as I got older, I kept doing different channels, and jeez, still getting over a cold. I kept doing different channels, and on one channel I would do like skits and prank calls, and I had a podcast, my first podcast called Nathaniel's Rambles. I had 18 episodes of that, and then I had another podcast called Who Asked You, which I got up to 7. So this is the third podcast, and I'm going to try to do this, I know you're going to laugh, I'm going to try to do this every day. I'm not going to stick to that. It's just not going to happen. But if I'm at least trying to do every day, then I'll get closer to actually achieving it, I would think. If you shoot for the moon, you'll reach the stars. Is that the saying? That's what we're doing here. So, yeah. What can we talk about here? There's still... We have one person in the YouNow chat. Thanks for... check me out here. 41st on Guys. I don't even know how many people are streaming on Guys, or I can't check while I'm broadcasting. I don't know how YouNow has done in popularity since I last was on here. I used to be on YouNow. I had like 160 fans in the past when I had my prank call operation. Yeah, I don't know if YouNow is going downhill in popularity or if it's skyrocketed. I'm really not sure how it's going for you now, but I'm not sure how that is 41st. But anyway, what are we going to talk about? So I did have a story, but I'm going to save that for a little bit. Lengthwise, this podcast, I want to be at least half an hour. So, because I'm hoping the fans will kind of help me carry this, I suppose. One good tip normally you could just get is be yourself. Well, I am going to be myself, Leslie. I mean, I guess that goes without saying. I don't know. That's thanks, I guess. So, what's something that's been in the news lately, I guess? Trump, his whole shithole comment. We can get into that if anyone really wants to talk about that. I don't really want to talk about that, but I just thought it was a conversation starter. So, what he said is that we shouldn't let people in from these shithole countries. He's talking about like Haiti and a couple others. And liberals have gotten triggered. This is something they found very offensive. And what was weird to me, CNN, they were saying shithole like repeatedly. It wasn't getting censored. For some reason, I think they're allowed to say that. Like it's some loophole. They're allowed to say shithole. Not shit, obviously. I don't know how that works. Yo, whoa, what? And we're back. What? I was gone apparently. Okay, this is we're just gonna take a minute to get the hang of this live stream podcast shit. Because I want this podcast. I'm looking for it to be very much like based around the live stream element. Where the viewers can kind of carry the discussion. I've had 2 failed podcasts up to this point, so. Third one's the charm. I'm not going to go crazy with this one. Try to do anything too special. It's kind of a live stream. kind of a podcast, hence the title, we were talking about Trump's shithole comment. Liberals were very offended by this. They use this as further evidence that he's racist. And I'm not a Donald Trump supporter, not by any means. His policies are pretty harmful. But a lot of the attacks against him, I hate to say, are very much based in PC outrage. And as far as I'm concerned, this is another example of, we're not live anymore. And I'm coughing. Apparently we lost connection. Fucking hell. You unlocked the note. What? I unlocked a badge. Okay, fucking ridiculous. I'm gonna try to get live again, but we can connect to a different Wi-Fi. This is gonna be a casual podcast anyway. I'm not trying to make every second entertaining. If it requires too much effort, I'm not gonna stick to it. There's my thumbnail. We're going back under the guys tag. Okay, what? Oh my god, it keeps knocking me off my train of thought. I was talking about it's PC outrage. These attacks on Trump that he's racist because he says these countries are shitholes, because they absolutely are. I mean, it's Haiti. We're talking about Haiti. It's not to say the people there in those countries are shitty, which is how the left has been misinterpreting this intentionally, I would think, because I think they know that's not what he's saying. He's saying those countries are shitty countries because they're impoverished and starving, and they are shitty countries because of that. The issue with the comment, though, I do believe there's an issue with the comment, is that he said we shouldn't accept these people into the country. The fact that those countries are shitty is exactly why we should accept them in, because it's the United States and we're supposed to welcome everyone. People who are trying to get away from a bad situation like those countries. So I agree with half of the comment that those are shithole countries, but I don't agree with his conclusion that we shouldn't let people in. And I don't know, I guess maybe that's what they're perceiving as racist. I wouldn't even say that's racist. I would just say that that's ignorant more than anything. That he just wants to look out for the interests of this country. He doesn't care about those people. I wouldn't call that, I don't know why you would necessarily assume that's based on race. I would say that that's more so just being selfish, I guess. And I guess a lot of people voted him in because he wants to be selfish. He says America first. So I think that's sort of in the vein of his platform, honestly. So the comment didn't shock me, or did I think it was racist? Okay, we're going to like up this stream so we can get more people in here so they could give me something to talk about besides shitty tips, because that's what Leslie gave me before. Shitty tip, Leslie. That was a shitty tip. That I should be myself. '55th and I was 41st before. I don't know. We're liking the stream up though, because I have a story, but like I said, I'm gonna keep saving that. What else can we talk about to pass some time here? There was the AFC and NFC championship games yesterday, called Championship Sunday. I had actually never heard it referred to as that somehow. Haven't been super into football in the past. I think more so this year I've been into it than ever before. The game with the Patriots and the Jaguars was pretty unbelievable. And what I've concluded at this point is that the Patriots are just one of those teams that they're just gonna pull shit off, and they're almost unbeatable. They're pretty unbeatable. There's not much you could do against them. And once it gets down to the fourth quarter and it's close, Brady's one of those guys who's just going to make it happen, Because when I was almost ready to call it for the Jaguars at one point, when they were up 10 going into the fourth, I was like, I'm almost ready to call it for the Jaguars. As soon as the Patriots got a touchdown, I said, I'm almost ready to call it for the Patriots, because I don't think there's any way the Jaguars are going to be as clutch here as the Patriots. The Patriots are the ones I'm going to expect to come through in a big time situation because they proved they could do that in the Super Bowl and on numerous other occasions. Brady throughout his career. So as soon as you got in that situation, I thought there was no chance. The Jaguars, as soon as the Patriots were down only 3, I figured, yeah, they're going to pull this off. And the other game was the Steelers versus Vikings, yeah. And once the Steelers were up, I think 14 at halftime, I was like, this game's probably. I mean, I'll like check the score in the second half. It's probably gonna go to the Steelers, and then by the time I checked the score again, the Steelers had another 2 touchdowns. Like, wow, that's a pretty massive blowout for a conference final game. Really, more than football, I'm not allowed to upvote with the stream anymore. Really, more than football, I'm a basketball fan. That's what I'm really into on Saturday, because my weekend seemed to be consumed by sports. That's probably typical for a lot of guys. Not so much for me. I watched a lot of basketball this weekend because there were 2 games. There was Rockets Warriors and Cavaliers Thunder. Cavaliers, they don't know what they're doing right now. They're a shit show. Apparently Tyronn Lue's going to get fired. It's not like he's ever really coached a team anyway. LeBron's always been steering that ship, of course. It seems like whenever I watch the Thunder play, they actually do good. Whenever I watch their highlights, they seem to like blow leads and not play any defense and suck. But when I'm 3 times this season I've actually watched them, they've won every time in big games. So big games are mostly just what I watch. I think it was against the Rockets on Christmas they won, and against the Warriors I watched that game and they won. Now this weekend against the Cavs. So it seems like anytime I watch the Thunder, they seem to actually win. So maybe I'm a charm there. And Rockets Warriors, that was a great game actually. Harden came through. If he could only come through like that in the playoffs, that'd be great. Instead of that game 6 against the Spurs in the semifinals last year. He's one of those guys that he's right there to be like. I mean, he is like MVP caliber, but to be regarded like as highly as, like LeBron's and Durant's, he's right on the verge, but he has to come through in the playoffs and not joke. Even if he just gets to the conference finals and puts up a good performance against the Warriors, I think that would do it for him. And if he's I think leading the MVP race. So he's a guy who's. I even think he could maybe potentially become the best player in the world, actually. Everyone thinks Durant's the heir to LeBron's throne. I think Harden's sort of right there also. He's an interesting player. Yeah, but I don't know. The NFL and NBA, I don't know if those are topics that everyone wants to hear about, but I'm just going to talk about what I want to talk about because I'm going to be doing this every day. I'm not just going to cater to the people's needs. Fuck the people. And we still don't have any viewers on this live stream. I need to go under a different tag. I'm ending this again. Shit. Wow, Jacob Sartorius is a tag in here. Oh, a little shit. Bored. Guys, ask questions. Random. There's no way this site isn't still consumed by 13-year-olds. These are the tags. Well, I don't know what the guys isn't working for. We need a less saturated tag. What should we pick? Girls? if people see a guy and girls are going to be like, this guy's kind of brazen to be streaming under girls. Or maybe they'll respect me as a treasured. Shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. That if someone ever dug up this footage, that could be a career ender for me. What I was about to say. Be a Me Too victim. which that has become a witch hunt at this point. Look at Aziz Ansari; he really didn't do anything. At one point, it was clearly valid, and they were taking down guys who are sexual predators, but I think it's pretty obvious to anyone that it's getting to the point, as I expected it to all along, where it's a witch hunt, essentially. Okay, we're going under girls. We're doing it. And there's my thumbnail. Okay. Hello, girls tag. Give this some likes. Talk about your dream job. My dream job of telling you to go fuck yourself. Okay. This is probably just another entirely saturated tag, so this might not be the best idea. I'm not sure this is a go here. No, people people will watch anything. I mean, even myself, I'll watch like a footage of someone previously on a live stream. So, I think the standards for what people are willing to watch has sank pretty dramatically. People used to want to watch like a well put together television show. Now they're willing to watch just someone like fuck around on a stream. I feel like a lot of people, at least young people. Oh, we had a viewer. I think we lost him though. I'm hoping maybe people are just gonna ask me why I'm under girls. I don't know. Okay, is it time to get into the story? Because ask your audience about their favorite celebrity. Some insipid piece of garbage, probably, their favorite celebrity is. Hello, thank you for watching. I'm not a girl. I'm trying to get attention, being a boy under the girls tag. How do you feel about Louis C.K. jerking it in front of FEMA camps? In front of FEMA camps? Oh my god. He really stepped it up to the next level. Wow. I think he was sending a message by doing that. I think he supports the Alex Jones agenda of being against the globalists, and I think he was trying to tell people that he's not going to be oppressed by the government and be put into a FEMA camp. He's going to jizz all over their face. And I respect that. So that's my answer. Okay, it might be time to get into this story. I guess we'll probably do that now. That's the only other thing I wrote down for this. Cool, bouncing it to my boys D to this power to the... Cool, bouncing to my boys D to this power to the people. I don't know. I think that's gibberish. I'm sorry, dude. Okay, so we're gonna... Yeah. I'm on a I'm streaming my podcast, by the way. I haven't been able to get any luck with viewers so far, but thanks for watching. So I wanted to get into the story of... Okay, so at this point, I was in middle school. I believe I was 13. And me and my friend were hanging out. We were probably after school one day. It could have been a weekend, I'm not sure. We usually just played video games, or most of the time I'd watch him play video games. I was rejected like that. I never got to use a controller. I guess, so we got sick of playing video games, which wasn't usual. And we went to walk around his block. We were going to find people. He has a lot of people who live in his neighborhood. He wanted to go find someone to hang out with, I guess. Just he was going to go knocking on doors. I don't know. I guess it's something you do in middle school. So we get to this one. He's like, oh, I know this one kid. It would be cool for us to just walk around and chill with around the neighborhood. I'm like, oh, okay. So we go up to this kid's house, knock on his door, but who opens the door? The person who opens the door is this girl in our grade, and we're like, is she his sister or something? That's weird. I don't know why she would be here. And well, that's what I'm thinking at least. And I'm like, or my friend's like, hi, is Ryan here? And she's like, yeah, I'll go get him. And he comes to the door, and it turns out, I'll get to the point of the story. It turns out he was 10, we were 13, and this girl who was in our grade, who was at his house, was babysitting for him. So we're walking up to this door to ask this girl, we're in her grade, and we want to ask this girl to hang out with a kid that she's babysitting for. So, I don't know, I mean, the kid turned out to be cool. We hung out with him for a little while, but she gave us a weird look, and I think that has to be something that got around. And I asked my friend, like, why do you want to hang out with this like little kid? Like, why are we going to his door? Or like, think about how creepy that seems from this girl's perspective, that we're her age and we're going to ask this kid that she is babysitting, we're trying to go hang out with. Like, I don't know, it's just that's something I was thinking about the other day. It's just a short story. I'm still, I don't even know if she remembers that, but I'm still embarrassed when I see her. Ugh. Just that was I want to tell that story because it was one I thought of that's decent, not my best story, but it's one I never told on my old Berthanio's Rambles podcast. I always had a story time. I feel like that was like, I was like, oh, that's one I maybe could have told for that podcast way back when I did that. Not way back, like 2 years ago. Yes, so I've ran out of anything on my notes to talk about at this point, so I'm gonna wing it from here, I guess. Like I said, I want to try to get to a half an hour every episode. If that guy who was here before, if you're still here, just say what's up. We got some crisp and sexy quality from this Yeti, so you can hear me nice and good. I do want to be careful on here because I'm so aware that people can find stuff on YouTube. Like, it's happened too much to me. I want to be very aware to not talk about anything that's too recent, that involves anyone, like anything I'm still like caught up in, you know. Or people I'm still like, I'm still friends with a kid who I just told the story about, who we went to knock on the door of that kid, but I mean he wouldn't care I'm telling the story, but like I don't want to tell stories about anyone who could find this, who I wouldn't want to hear what I'm talking about. As people find you on YouTube so easily, it's a fucking cancer how my content seems to spread to only the people I don't want it to. Like, I would like to get strangers, actually, who would subscribe to me on YouTube. It seems to be people who I know that only subscribe to me somehow that find my channel. My channels, I've had like 7. I'm now 61st in girls. Okay, well, I'm the ugliest girl on here, so that makes sense. What was I about to say? No, I'm still not going to say it. Oh no, I'm about to pull up somebody's live stream. Okay. We're gonna try this again. Think of another tag. This will be better if I could just build up like a little following on here. I could just have like people who could come hang out. That would make this better, because that's kind of what I envisioned for this. I don't know, man. I would go into truth or dare. I'm not doing truth. Just talk about. That's gonna be the picture. Oh, it's tweeting every time. I don't need it to keep tweeting. Yeah, okay. Yeti. Cool. It helps when it's your first broadcast because advertises you when it's your first broadcast. I don't know who gets views on here. I think it's people who have followings already on like YouTube, or it's people who are just really attractive. I think that's pretty much how you get views on you now. I don't know if there's really a market for anything else, from what it seems like to me, but that's any social media. Gonna keep on giving myself likes. Wait, what? I'm number one on talk. Nobody else is on talk. Wow. Nobody gives a shit about this tag. Damn this. Maybe I'll play music or something next time. Just to make this like a more fun of an environment. I seem very menacing to people, I bet. It's like, hey man, yeah, no, I'm chilling here. I'm not trying to like record a podcast, or I don't want you to say something like when people feel comfortable there, they'll participate. We've had 2 people interact with me today, but I just want it to flow seamlessly. We're going to be trying to do this again tomorrow already. F 15 likes and nothing. Okay. What else can I say? I love it. Yeah, ask questions. Yeah, I'm okay. That's sort of what I want you to do. Ask questions. This podcast I know has fallen off at this point. I'm just trying to get a live stream where I could get like 1 or 2 people in here maybe. If there's any inappropriate interactions, talk to users inside the users, so a moderator may intervene. Fucking Nanny State U now is on it again. I mean, I guess I get it because it's mostly for children. Yeah, we're not going to get anywhere with this viewer thing. I don't attract anyone. Yeah, I should have had more to talk about. I thought that there would be just more natural, smooth conversation here. But yeah, on this channel, I'm uploading this to the well-spoken content creator. Hashtag well-spoken content creator. I also plan on doing some parlor pranks, because I do miss doing prank calls, but I don't know. I think Parler's a decent way to get stuff going with pranks. You're just mashed up with random people. I had a good one recently with Mac. I did a Macklemore song I recited. I was like telling a story in the form of the song "Fake ID" by Macklemore. He tells a story in that song. I was telling that story to a girl. I thought that was a pretty funny-ish prank call. And I might make like an occasional video about just a topic, like a political topic or whatever, outside of doing these streams, which are not gonna, I'm sure won't actually end up being every day, but I'm gonna see how long I can go with that. Try to be as consistent as I can. Yeah, so we're at a half an hour anyway, so I'm gonna stop it here. So, yeah, this, I could see this being fun, so see you tomorrow. We'll just say that.